Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, to our daily prayer for peace. I'm Alba Morales live from Annapolis, Maryland, in the United States of America. And we welcome all of you in both realms, the physical, the spiritual, as well as all of you who may watch this video in the future. Let us start with our initial prayer. And we like to repeat because we never know. Someone is new here and they don't know what we're doing. So basically what we are doing here is we do an initial prayer just to, excuse us, we are trying to avoid the rays of light in our face, but it's not possible. We do the initial prayer to put our mind, to set up our mind with the divinity, to be open. And therefore, when we open up our mind and we calm our heart, we receive easier inspiration from the good mentors, from God. That's why we start with the initial prayer. Then we do an inspirational reading to continue working on that connection. And we finish with our prayer for peace. So let us do our initial prayer, okay? Beloved Creator, Supreme Intelligence, universal love that permeates everything around the universe, we raise up our thoughts to you in an effort to feel our spiritual nature, in an effort to recognize that we need to nurture our soul, and also that we need your love, your inspiration, and your guidance. May these moments of learning, prayer, and healing help us to continue our journey. Help us to connect to one another in true fraternity and solidarity, with the common goal of peace for our beloved planet Earth. And may the benefits of this moment not only be felt by us, participants, but especially our brothers and sisters in greater need. May this prayer be a little light in their pathways, in their darkness, in these moments of desperation. We pray and include everyone who is in need of this food for the soul. Thank you, dear Father, Mother God, and so be it. So hello everyone. We recently started reading the chapters from the book Happy Life. Happy Life is a small book in size with 200 chapters with very powerful messages. They are just affirmations, very well writing, very well taught. There's a lot of discernment, and they just go to the target. That's Joanna de Angelis, sharp and precise. So our dear Joanna is having us today is bringing us today, chapter 4. They don't have title. And this is all the chapter, what we see on the screen. This is the whole chapter. She says, patience is a virtue which help you acquire the goods of the body, soul, and society. Let us repeat. Patience is a virtue which will help you acquire the goods of the body, soul, and society. It teaches us how to wait when we cannot immediately get what we want. Never be irritated. Patience will help you overcome everything. And we like to repeat this very last affirmation. Patience will help you overcome everything. We are living in times in which everything is quick, is fast, in which we're expecting immediate results, immediate satisfaction, immediate gratification. And somehow we are forgetting how to be patient. And we're meditating about the past. Let us go back in history where we didn't have fast food or grocery stores. When if we want to have cornbread, we actually needed to go out and, work hard, planting the seed, taking care of the seed, growing the corn, and waiting for Mother Nature to do what it needs to do. We don't know how long it will take, for a corn plantation to sprout. But it may time. It may take time. And then we need to get the corn in a cup and clean the leaves and take out the grain and mash the grain and transform it into flour. Until finally we have the cornbread. Very likely a process of 6 months. Patient. For the caterpillar to become beautiful butterfly that flies free in beauty and freedom, it takes time for a spring to sprout. And we're thinking that in the dryness and coldness of the winter, at least in the places in which we have 4 different seasons, sometimes those dark days of winter, they seem like they're not going to come to an end. However, every day as the time passed, in nature, nature is slow in working. And one day, temperature are a little bit up, and all of a sudden we start seeing like a little tiny leaves, little tiny bottoms, and then it blooms. Such a splendor. Patient. If we want to acquire the goods of the body, soul, and society, let us exercise patience. Goods of the body. We are thinking when we are working towards our health, when we want to get fit, when we want to develop strength or speed. Goods of the soul. is working in our inner transformation. And we know we need to work in being more patient. And we are very impatient because we wanted to be patient now. It's a matter of practice and practice and practice and error and falling and standing up and practice until it becomes second nature in our spirit. And the goods of society, progress. Progress is not made overnight. Civilizations are not built in 10 years. It takes time. And as spirits, eternal spirits, time is nothing because we have all the time to work in ourselves and therefore to impact our society. This is today's invitation. So let us think about patience and let us do our prayer. All right? Our hearts are full of joy. Joy because we know we are not abandoned, not forsaken, as we just receive the gifts of inspiration, the gift of knowledge, the gift of serenity, patience. And we ask you, Governor of the planet Earth, dear Master Jesus, help us. Help us to exercise our patience first with ourselves by giving ourselves grace when we fall, when we make mistakes, when we don't know what to do, when we make wrong decisions. Help us not to be so harsh, neither so loose that we don't have responsibility, but help us to have balance and understand that we are in this huge school called planet Earth, and therefore we are learning to try and error. Open up our hearts so we can find place for our even greater sense of patience. And when we have patience, we are cultivating peace. And that's what we truly want. We want to have peace of mind. We want to have peaceful and respectful relationships. We want peaceful and productive communities. We want a peaceful and a growing society. We want a planet of regeneration in which love prevails over ignorance, over moral ignorance. So, dear Master Jesus, look our souls, still very low in the scale of spiritual evolution, but with a great desire of moving forward. And we accept our circumstances. We accept the blessings that you give us every day. As well, we accept the challenges, the difficulties, the obstacles, the problems, and the suffering that we need to go through, because we know that they all also are blessings in disguise. So inundate our hearts and our minds with thoughts of patience, of tolerance, of indulgence, of peace towards our fellow human beings, towards all living beings around us. Help us, Master of Nazareth, to be like you, listening calmly to those who are prompt to speak their truths without discerning about it. And we don't judge, and we wait patiently, and we give an answer if it's necessary. If not, we don't hold grudges. We continue our journey. May our hearts can wait, have the capacity to wait. May our hearts have the capacity to wait for a better day, for better understanding, for a more elevated mind. Let us have the quality of waiting faithfully for the word of regeneration. And in the middle time, bring us peace. Bring us peace. Bring us your peace. It is in the name of our beloved Father, Mother God that we pray, and so be it. Dear friends, hope everybody's feeling well. Let us wear our armor of patience. Let us start with ourselves. If that's a good beginning, we wish you a blessed weekend, a peaceful weekend, and see you next week. Bye.